Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got game two of a three-game series between the Detroit Tigers and Tampa Bay Devil Rays. And leading off for the Tigers, playing center field is LaFleur. Batting second, playing shortstop is Trammell. Batting third, playing third base is Cabrera. Batting fourth, playing first base is Fielder. Batting fifth, playing right field is Ordonez. Batting sixth, doing the catching is Parrish. Batting seventh, playing left field is Horton. Batting eighth, playing second base is Polanco. Batting ninth and doing the pitching is Justin Vander. And for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, leading off playing shortstop is Bartlett. Batting second, playing center field is Upton. Batting third, playing right field is Huff. Batting fourth, playing first base is Pena. Batting fifth, playing left field is Meadows. Batting sixth, playing third base is Longoria. Batting seventh, playing second base is Cantu. Batting eighth, on the catching is Navarra. And on the mound, batting ninth is Price. Let's get down here to the field and get this game started. And to lead it off is LaFleur looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 5. And on the mound's David Price. And in 2012, he was 20 and 5 with a 2.56 ERA. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. LaFleur goes down on strikes for out number one. Brings up Alan Trammell now. And Trammell's looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 6. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Longoria's up with it, fires over the Pena for out number 2. That brings up Cabrera now. And he's looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 5 on the year. And that's going to be another ground ball down the third. Tigers go down 1, 2, 3 as Larry joins us here today. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was nice. I enjoyed Dave having me on, Larry. Yeah. And now we go to the bottom of the first. Bartlett, Upton, and Huff do up. And Bartlett is 0 for 5 in the year. And let's look here. Justin, this is his 2011 season. He was 25 and 5 with a 2.4 ERA. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Tampa Bay gets the first base runner on here today with a leadoff walk. See if they can get the run across here. See if Bartlett's going to attempt to steal. Parrish has got a hell of an arm out there. He's going to stay put for now. Upton, he is 0 for 4 in the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And 9, that should be fielding column 1. And it is. And they'll get the runner out at second. But Upton's too fast. He beats the throw down there. So that'll be a 4-6 put out. Now Upton's down at first with 1 out. And Huff's up the bat. No, Larry, I won't be going. Yeah, I gotta work. Oh, work always gets in the way of life. And Huff's up the bat. He's 0 for 6 on this season. And let's see. They're going to do a little hit and run here. See what happens here. 35 and 9 on a hit and run. That'll make him 18. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And Upton's going to get down the third. So now we got runners on first and third and only 1 out. Tigers early in the game here is going to look to turn 2, get out of this inning. And Pena's up. He's 0 for 4. Justin in a little bit of a pinch here. Can he get out of it with a ground ball? And not this time. Pena hits this one well. Where's this going to end up at? And that's going to be a drive into, let's see here, a plus against a righty. He'll be a 17, on a 4. And that's going to be a triple in the center field. Pena hits a triple, drives in 2. And just like that, it's 2-0. Tampa Bay Devil Rays with a runner on third and nobody out. Again, they're going to trade the out for a run here. They're going to play the defense back. You got Meadows up now, and Meadows is 0 for 4 in the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And with Pena's speed, he's going to stay put here. So fly ball out to center. Now there's 2 outs, and Longoria's up. The Rays leading 2-0. And he's batting 200 on the year. He's got an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Trammell. He fires over to first. And that'll be out number 3. But the Devil Rays score 2 on the triple. Take a 2-0 lead into the top of the second. We got Fielder due up, Ordonez and Parrish. And Fielder is batting .333 with a homer and an RBI. And that's going to be against the lefty. That's going to be a single down the short and infield hit. This Fielder puts on the Jets here, folks. Gets a base hit. And we'll lead off batters aboard here in the top of the second. See if the Tigers can take advantage of it. Ordonez is up now. And he's batting .250 on the year with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be against 9. That's going to be a single in the right field. And with Fielder's speed, he's going to stop at second. So the first 2 batters are aboard here with the singles. As you see Detroit's upcoming schedule, they got one more game here in Tampa Bay. Then they go to Baltimore for 3. And then after a 3-game series in Baltimore, Tampa Bay goes to Detroit. Now you got Lance Parrish up, batting 200 on the year, no homers and 2 RBIs. Nobody out, runners at first and second. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. And again, Fielder's not going nowhere. So now there's 1 out. 2 men on for Willie Horton. Horton's batting .250, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second, I believe. Let's look here. Pop-up down the third. And that'll be out number 2. So now it's going to be up to Blanco. After the first 2 batters get aboard here, Price is trying to pitch around all this. Blanco's 0 for 4. Can he get a 2-out base hit here and put the Tigers on the board? And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Bartlett in shallow left field makes the catch. So the first 2 batters get aboard with nothing happening. They don't even advance. And Price pitches around that mess. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still 2-0 Tampa Bay. Got the bottom third of the order due up here. Cantu, Navarra, and Price. And Jorge's batting 200. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's high. That ball is far. That ball is out of here, folks. He turns on this one. It's out in the left field. Horton looks at it and go over the fence, and it's going to be 3-0 Tampa Bay. It's just Verlander doesn't have his good stuff here today so far. And that brings up Navarro, batting .250 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Blanco for out number 1. So Justin settles down after the homer. Now you got Price up. And Price in 2012 was 0 for 4. Let's see what he does here. First plate appearance of the year. Hits a ground ball down the third. Cabrera's up with it. He fires over the Fielder for out number 2. Back to the top of the order in Bartlett. excuse me, he walked back in the first inning. And not this time. He squares it up, folks. Let's see where this ball lands. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. Ordonez gets over quickly, cuts it off, holds him to a 2-out single. Now you got B.J. Upton up. And Upton, he grounded into a force play his first time up. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Upton. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Can you take advantage of it? No, that's a slow grounder down the short. Trammell goes the short way over to second, and that'll do it. But the home run by Cantoon makes it 3-0 as we go to the top of the third. Verlander, LaFleur, and Trammell do up here. And Justin, in 2011, he was 0 for 4 that year. Here's the pitch to Justin. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out for out number 1. And that's Fielder's second strikeout. Price's second strikeout of the game. LaFleur's up. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit, infield hit for LaFleur. So he's aboard here with 1 out. And up to the plate now is Alan Trammell. And Trammell's 0 for 1. He grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Upton makes the catch for out number 2. So it's up to Cabrera here. 1 out, 2 outs, and a runner down at first. He grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a 14. That's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Huff makes the catch. And the Tigers strand 1 to the bottom of the third. 3-0 Tampa Bay. Huff, he singled and came around the score back in the first. And that's going to be against the righty. 16. And that's going to be a base hit. Infield hit for Huff. So he's 2 for 2 today. Huff down at first, and now Pena's up. And Pena had that 2 RBI triple his first time up. And that's going to be a 9, 17. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that's going to be a force out at second. They'll be unable to turn 2. And as you can see, the team comparisons there, Tigers are 1-0 with 18 strikeouts, 16 walks, no doubles and no triples. And Tampa Bay is 0-1 with 15 strikeouts, 4 walks, 6 doubles, and no triples. And now you got Meadows up. He's 0 for 1. He flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on him. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he comes back and walks him. He walks the hard way in Apba with 2 dice rolls. So now you got first and second. Sorry, he strikes out. We're looking at the wrong card. Meadows strikes out. Let's redo this. Comes back and strikes him out. So Justin strikes Meadows out. Now there's 2 outs and a runner down at first for Longoria. Now that we got that straight. And he is 0 for 1. He grounded out to short his first time up. And that's going to be against the 19. That's going to be a base hit in the center field. And Pena with 2 outs may get down the third here. 63, I think he will. Might be a play, though. Nope, he'll get down to third with no play. So now you got first and third and 2 outs. Tampa Bay trying to add to this 3-0 lead. And here's the man off to a hot start this year. Already has 2 home runs. He is 1 for 1 today. He hit a solo shot back in the second. Can too. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Justin strikes him out big out there. And Tampa Bay strands two. We go to the top of the fourth. In a 3-0 ball game. You got Fielder, Ordonez, and Parrish, the big boys, due up here for Detroit. Fielder singled back in the second. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Upton for out number 1. And you got Parrish up. And Parrish singled back in the first. Ordonez is up. What's going on here? So Fielder flew out. And now Ordonez is up. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Huff can't get to it. He takes it on the bounce. And you got 1 out and a runner on first for Lance Parrish. And Parrish is 0 for 1. He flew out to right his first time up. And that's going to be a 36. Let's see if that's a pass ball here. And that is going to be a wild pitch. So now you got a runner down at second and 1 out. And Parrish still at the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch to him. And that's going to be a base on balls. So the Tigers making some noise here in the fourth with 1 out. Willie Horton comes up to the plate, first and second. Give me 1 second. All righty. Back with you now. You got first and second Willie Horton up. And Horton popped up the third his first time up. He put the Tigers on the board here. That's going to be a ground ball down the first. Let's see here, 31 and a 4. 31 and a 4. That'll be fielding column 1. That might be a double play ball here. And Horton bats right. So that'll be a double play. That's going to be the old force. That's going to be the old 3-6-3 double play. So ground ball down to Pena, over to Bartlett, back to Pena, and that'll end the inning. The Tigers are not having any luck with runners in scoring position. They strand 1 to the bottom of the fourth we go. And we got Navarra, Price, and then back to the top of the order. And you can see the team comparisons. The Tigers are batting at 129 with an on-base percentage of 300, a slugging of 257, and an OPS of 557. Tampa Bay's batting a $132, 207 on-base percentage, and they're slugging 453, and their OPS is 660. Here's the pitch to Navarra. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Trammell for out number 1. And David Price is up now. And Price, he grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty, 14. That's going to be an infield hit because David Price says we don't need no stinking DH. So Price is aboard here with 1 out. Jason Bartlett up now, runner on first. And he is walked and single back in the second. And that's going to be against the righty, a 19 and a 9. And that's going to be another infield hit. They're just nickel and diming Verlander to death here, folks. So now you got runners at first and second, and BJ up, and only one out. Tigers need a double play here in the worst way. Keep this a 3-0 ball game. Upton is 0 for 2. He's grounded in the two fielder choices. Came around the score back in the first. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. They strike him out. Big out there by Justin. Now there's 2 down, 2 on for Huff. And Huff's a perfect 2 for 2. He singled in the first and in the third. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Polanco. He fires over the second. Trammell covering. And that'll be the old 4-6 put out. That ends the inning. We go to the top of the fifth and a 3-0 Tampa Bay lead. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Tigers. Polanco, Justin, and then back to Ron at the top of the order. And Polanco's 0 for 1. He popped up the short. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Pena. He calls off Price, takes it himself for out number 1. And Justin Verlander's up. He is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. So he struck out twice here today. And now Ron LaFleur is up. And he's 1 for 2. He has struck out and singled in the third. And that's going to be a rare play of 40 and a 22. That is going to be hit out the center field most likely. No, down the third base. Have to re-roll some dice. 34 should be fielding column 1. That'll be fielding column 1. That's a nice play down there on line drive. LaGoria makes the catch. Steals a base hit away from LaFleur. And that'll be it. 1, 2, 3 goes. The Tigers to the bottom of the fifth we go. We got Pena due up, followed by Meadows and LaGoria. Pena's 1 for 2. He's got that 2 RBI triple back in the first. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Justin's starting to hit his groove, it looks like, here in these middle innings. And now you got Meadows up. And he's 0 for 2. He's flown out the center and struck out. And that's going to be against a righty, a 17. Okay. That's going to be a base hit and another infield hit. Like I say, they're just nickel and diming Verlander today. Not hitting him hard, but hitting it in the right spot. That's their 8th base, 9th base hit of the game. And LaGoria's up. He's 1 for 2. He singled back in the third. And that's going to be against the runner on first. 19. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And they'll get the batter out at first, and Meadows will get down to second with 2 outs now. So runner in scoring position for the man you don't want up here if you're a Tigers fan. He's red hot this year with 2 homers already. He homered back in the second and struck out in the third. Here's the pitch to Jorge. And that's going to be a ground ball down the pop-up down the short. Trammell out in shallow left makes the catch. And that'll do it. Tampa Bay strands 1. We go to the 6th inning. We got Trammell, Cabrera, and Fielder due up here. Price is pitching a shutout. See if the Tigers can put a dent into this. Trammell's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be another ground ball. This one down the short for out number 1. Hits it to his counterpart. That brings up Cabrera now. And he's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a strikeout. And that is Price's 4th strikeout of the game. Cecil Fielder gets something going here. He singled back in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Pena. That's a 1-2-3 sixth. We go to the bottom part of the inning. And the bottom part of the lineup due up here for Tampa Bay. Navarro, Price. And we flip the lineup and head back to Bartlett. Navarro's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to second and short. And that's going to be another ground ball down the Trammell. He again fires over the fielder, and that'll be out number 1. Here comes Price. Price got a single his last time up back in the 4th. We don't need no stinking DH. He lifts this ball in the shallow right field. Ordonez comes in, makes the catch for out number 2. And we're back to the top of the order in Jason. And he's a perfect 2 for 2 today. He's walked, singled twice in the second and in the 4th. And this will be the first time they get him out. He lifts a fly ball out to Horton in left. That's a 1-2-3 sixth. We go to the top of the 7th in a 3-0 ball game. We got Ordonez, Parrish, and Horton due up. And Ordonez is a perfect 2 for 2 today. One of the few bright spots here for the Tigers. And that's going to be the first time that Price gets him out. He lifts a high fly out in right field for out number 1. And Lance Parrish steps up to the plate. And Parrish is 0 for 1. He walked back in the 4th. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bartlett at short. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 7th. Can Willie Horton keep this inning alive here? And Horton's 0 for 2. He's popped up and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Meadows. 1-2-3 goes the Tigers in the top of the 7th. We go to the 7th inning stretch in a 3-0 ball game. I'll be right with you. Alrighty, so in the bottom of the 7th here, you got Upton, Huff, and Pena. Justin's got to keep this a 3-run ball game. Tigers are running out of outs here. Upton's 0 for 3. He did reach on a fielder's choice in the 1st and came around to score. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So back-to-back at bats, he struck out. Justin now with 5 strikeouts in the game. Alrighty. Now we got Huff up. He's 2 for 3. He singled in the 1st and came around the score. And that's going to be a 16. That's going to be another infield hit. I'll tell you. They are just nickel and diming Verlander, the 10th hit of the ball game. And now you got Pena up, who hit that 2 RBI triple back in the 1st. He has grounded out and struck out since. And that's going to be against the 17. I think that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Yep. And a 52 on a 9. That'll probably be fielding column number. Yeah, it's fielding column 1. So they'll get the runner out at second. But Pena will make it down the 1st. So a 6-4 put out. Now there's 2 outs and Meadows is up. And Meadows is 1 for 3. He has flown out, struck out, and singled in the 5th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Justin strikes him out. We go to the top of the 8th. Tigers need to get something started here, down by 3. Price pitching a shutout, folks. And he's going to be facing Polanco, a pitch hitter for Verlander, and then the flare. And Polanco's 0 for 2. He's popped up and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Upton for out number 1. We'll see he's going to come out of the dugout and pitch hit here for Justin against the lefty. Might be David Fryman coming off the bench. Yep. They need some base runners, so Fryman's going to come off the bench here. Pitch hit for the Tigers. Where is he at? There's old Travis. And this is his first plate appearance of the year. And in 1993, he batted 322 homers and 97 RBIs. And he gets something going here with the 1 out. And that is going to be against the lefty. It's going to be a 21. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field for out number 2. So we go back to the top of the order. Now with 2 outs, can the Tigers get a 2-out rally started here with the top of the order up? They like to at least get 1 run in this inning, possibly 2, and have the tying run come to the plate all the time in the 9th. And Ron's 1 for 3. He singled back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a base hit. So here they come. 2 outs, a runner down at first. And now it's Alan Trammell. Can he keep this merry-go-round going? He used to put probably $1 in the merry-go-round to keep it going. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and flown out to center. And that's going to be a rare play probably. That's 12. That might be a pick off at first. That's going to be fielding column 1. Runner called off first. Gets picked off at first. How can Ron get picked off and his damn run means nothing? Not very good day for the Tigers here, folks. And that'll end the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and it's still 3-0. See who's going to come out of the bullpen here. You got 2 righties and a switch hitter coming up. And I think old Mike Heeman's going to come out of the bullpen. So Heeman's going to come out of the bullpen, try to keep us a 3-run game. And in 1988, he was 9-6 with 22 saves and a 1.87 ERA. Like I say, he'll be facing Longoria, Cantone, and Navarra. Here's the pitch. And he gets a hold of this one. This ball is high. This ball is far. And this ball is out of here, folks. And it's now 4-0. And the Tigers couldn't afford this. 4-0 ball game. Still nobody out. And here comes Jorge. He's 1 for 3. He homered back in the 2nd. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Mike bounces back, gets the strikeout after giving up the homer. Now there's 1 down. Navarra comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. He is grounded out to short twice and the 2nd. And that's going to be against the righty. 19 and an 8. It's going to be a fly ball out to center field for out number 2. And Price is going to hit for himself. He's got a shutout going here, folks. And he's 1 for 3. He singled back in the 4th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. But the leadoff homer makes it 4-0. Tigers got the work cut out for them here in the ninth. They got the top of the order due up here to 2, 3, 4 hitters, Trammell, Cabrera, and Fielder. And get some ninth inning rally going. Trammell's 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 17. That's going to be a fly ball out the Meadows for out number 1. Here comes Cabrera. He's having a pretty good game. He is he's 0 for 3. I thought he was 2 for 3. He's grounded out, flown out, and struck out. So I had that wrong, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. And now the Tigers are down to their last out, and it's Cecil Fielder. And Fielder is 1 for 3. He singled back in the second. And that's going to be a base on balls. So the Tigers still got some life left in them here. But they need 3 more base runners to bring the tying run to the plate. And here's who I was thinking of. Ordonez is 2 for 3. He singled back in the second and the fourth. Can he keep it going here? And nope, that's a lazy fly ball out the Meadows. He camps under it, makes the catch, and that's your ball game, folks. David Price with a shutout beats the Tigers 4-0. Take a look here at the box score. Nice job by Price. Shuts out these Tigers. And I'm sure the star is about the shutout. Yep. Price's first shutout of the year. And the Tigers, no runs on 5 hits and no errors. The Devil Rays, 4 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. LaFleur had a nice game for the Tigers. He was 2 for 4 along with Ordonez. 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. And they left 5 men on base. And all 5 hits were singles. Had no extra base hits, folks. And for the Devil Rays, Bartlett was 2 for 3. You had Huff 3 for 4, and Longoria was 2 for 4. And you had Longoria and Cantone hitting the homers. And the Devil Rays were 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position, left 8 men on base. Justin picks up his first loss. He's 0-1, goes 7 innings, 10 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 6, and gave up a homer. Mike Heeman comes in 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, struck out 2, but gave up the homer. Price goes the distance to pick up his first win, a 5-hit shutout with 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. Take a look here real quick at the standings and the leaderboard. And Baltimore's 2-1. The Rays are now 1-1, and Boston's 1-1. Both a half a game back. And in the Central, you got the Indians 1-1 along with the Tigers now. And Kansas City's 1-2, a half game back. And out west, Oakland and Seattle's both 1-1. And Jason's leading the league with a 500 batting average. You got how many guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys with 2 homers. You got 1, 2 with 4 RBIs. Of course, the ERA leader is going to be at 0 and the win leader at 1. And right now, the save leader is also at 1. And you got Jorge Cantone leading in the MVP and Jim Palmer leading in the Cy Young. I want to thank Larry for stopping by here today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for reminders, and leave a like and a comment before you leave. Let's take a look here what the pitching matchup in game number 3 of this series is going to be. I can tell you it's not Gladden. It's going to be Max Scherzer going up against Fields, so don't pay attention to this. So it'll be Shields against Max Scherzer. All righty, folks. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.